Hello, this is Jim Moratsky from LIAA. Today I'd like to show you a quick scenario for planning a trip on the Great Lakes Water Trails website when you know where you're headed in the state of Michigan. To start, we're going to visit michiganwatertrails.org and click on Plan Your Adventure. This will bring up the search page, and here I can use the Find Places feature to type in a place. Let's say I'm going to be traveling to New Buffalo, Michigan. I can just type that in and hit enter or select submit down at the bottom of the form. And this brings me to a map of the area with all the places that we have in our system on the map within 5 miles of the city of New Buffalo, which is right down here. I'm really only interested at this point in access points because that's where I'm going to actually get in and do my paddling. I'll figure out some other things later. So I'm going to turn off all the other places and just look at access points. And here's one that looks interesting, the beach area, and that looks good. So I'm going to click on that. And what I'm doing here is when I find an actual place, then I can see all the various trails that this is associated with over here in the left-hand side. In this case, I'm going to click on the Harbor Country Trail just to see what that looks like. And I can get a map of that particular trail, and that looks like a pretty good segment. Let's see what that looks like here. This says it's 10 miles long. That's probably a good day's worth for me. So I'm going to turn on the access points again so I can see them here on the map. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And now I can go through and click on each point that I'm interested in and actually add it to my itinerary. So within the little pop-up balloon that comes up, there's a add this to your itinerary link. So I'll click on that. And I'm just going to close this window now, and I can click on an individual trail segment, and I can also add that to my itinerary. So I'm going to just go along here, pretend like I'm floating along the lakeshore here. I'm going to add that to my itinerary. I'm going to keep going up here, add this to my itinerary, and I might add this access point to my itinerary as well. I might just have a little break there. Doesn't look like too much is going on, but it might be good to just stop and have a water break there. And let's see what this one is. Warren Dunes State Park. Hey, that looks interesting. I can picnic there. They have rustic camping, so that might be a good spot to stop for the day and see what's happening. So I'm going to close that and zoom back out a little bit just to see again what I've done. And now I notice I've got 10 miles to travel here. Let's take a look and see if there's any outfitters nearby. And hey, look, there are some here. Maybe I'll just click on this one. New Buffalo Beach Kayaking and Stand-Up Paddleboarding. They've got rentals for everything that I would need, and maybe they can give me a ride from, if I park my car up at the state park, for example, back down to my starting point. Then I can just paddle up and camp for the night. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to my itinerary as well. As you work your way through, every time you add something to your itinerary, there's a view link that shows up here. You can click on that to go view your itinerary. So when this comes up, we'll have a completed itinerary listing all the various things that I selected as I was moving through the map there. I might just want to move the actual trail up to be the first item in the list. It doesn't really matter, but you can reorder things that way. And now I can, with this, I can, up here on the share link, I can email it, I can print it, I can share it on Facebook or other social media with other people that might be interested. I can also get driving directions to any of those things. So if I click up here, maybe I want to take some of these off of the list, but I can leave one and do some driving directions from wherever I'm coming from so that I can see how to get there. Hope that helps a little bit, and please enjoy Michigan Water Trails. And don't forget that down at the bottom of every page there's a comments or questions link that you can use to contact us and let us know if you have any questions or other issues. Thanks very much.